Yo, 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 it's your boy Kev B, and I'm back, Mr. Believe, and today we're going to be talking about, man, building your tribe. So, I know you guys heard on a few of my other videos, I've mentioned that I am a married man, and I do have a son. And if you haven't noticed, I am Nigerian American, African American, if that's what you want to call it, but I'm Nigerian. First generation, born in the United States. So I have different cultural things that we do and we have going on, but I can say that as an African American or Nigerian American, that the plight of black people as a whole, they all got issues. Nigerians, we deal with the colonization of the country, and you can see how it's played out in many ways. But that's not what this video is going to be about. Mostly what this video is going to be about is talking about building your tribe, man. And what does that look like? You know, as a community, the black community, we're not usually looked at as the people who have the wealth or have a lot of wealth. And when you talk about building generational wealth, a lot of times we don't really hand anything down to our kids or build that generational wealth. And that, I feel like, is the most important key ingredient to building generational wealth, is building yourself and building your family. The most important key to building a community is building your family and yourself first. Because just like anything, it always starts from within before it goes out. So before you can see the change that you want in the world, there's that saying, be the change you want to see. And the only way that you can be that change is to start with yourself from inside out. So today we're talking about building your tribe. And you guys know that for most of my videos, or this whole theme of this channel, is about believing in yourself and building yourself so that you can be functioning mentally, spiritually, and physically at your best self, so that you will get the results that you seek in your life. And when building a community, the number one aspect is your tribe. And your tribe is your immediate family. Now, for those of you who don't have a wife and a child, you may have siblings, you may have cousins, you have a mother and father, an auntie and uncle. There's people close to you, family. There's friends that kind of act more than family. Or there's those people next to you, around you, that you know you can build with. And I would say you have to be proactive in your actions and wanting to build that tribe. So for me, building my tribe looks like educating my son as much as I can on finances. I mean, he's 4 now, so I just give him little words here and there to give him that vocabulary at a young age, and start thinking about things from a young age that I never thought about. So we do vocabulary words and things like that. And another thing, so I'm going to focus mostly on the kids, because that's what I'm doing for my son. One of the major things that we're doing right now with him is really trying to teach him how money works and how to make his own money. Because my goal is that he will never have to work for anybody again in his life. That he will know how to invest his money, leverage his money to make more money. Never have to go and get a job. That's my goal. So what I want to hand down to him more than any monetary value is the mental understanding and capacity of what it takes to create money. And I feel like that's the largest difference between our culture and other cultures, is that ingrained in them are the wealth principles of creating and building financial and generational wealth. So if I can instill in him from a young age how to handle and maneuver with money, and that becomes a part of who he is, when he gets older, he won't have to overcome the bad, the lag of, like I have to from my upbringing, the negative thinking and the negative, or the thoughts that don't serve you about money. So that's one aspect, vocabulary, changing the words, and making sure he has understanding of them and he's able to use them in his own everyday vocabulary at his level, 4 years old, and it's only going to grow from there. So if he understands, like right now, the words we're on are asset, liability, investment or invest, and nepotism. Those are the four, right? Those four that I started with. I feel like it's the core, and we're gonna build up on that. We've already gone through money, so we've counted money. He knows what a penny is, a nickel, a dime, a quarter. He knows how to count it. He's still learning how to add and subtract, so he doesn't know all of that yet. But like I said, it's stages. We're building it up. So as he gets older, it becomes second nature to him on how to handle himself and how to use money. So what I did was, when we counted the money, we separated it into jars. He has a spend jar, he has a savings jar, he has an investment jar, and then he has a giving jar. And anytime we get money or he adds money to his jars, he separates it into each one of those jars. So by percentages. If I can vaguely remember, I believe that his spend jar is about 20%. I think all of them are about 20%. I know I said 5, it's 4 jars. So I think a couple of them are 30%, and then it's 20% for the other ones. He doesn't have much money right now, so we can divvy it up, and it's still gonna make money. But if now that he has the pattern and it's growing, because every year he gets money for his birthday, or he gets money for Christmas, and that little money is gonna add up over time. So that was the first step. And how we do it is, so he has a piggy bank, and then we have jars. So as he gets money, he puts it in his piggy bank. It's like the bank. So it kind of splits, his money is separated into 5 different pots, pretty much. So it goes into the bank, and then once it gets to a certain level or starts getting full, then we start pulling that out, divvying it up, and putting it into the jars. So it goes from the bank to the jars, from the jars to whatever we want. We haven't gone past whatever we want yet. Only thing he did do this past Christmas was he used the gift jar to go and purchase gifts for all of his cousins that we have around locally. And I did that personally because I wanted him, he's an only child, so he's very much on everything. He's still in that mind, everything's mind stage. He's not really not really big on sharing as of yet, and he needs to get more into that. So for this past holiday, what we did was we took the money out of his giving jar and went and bought some gifts for all of his cousins, which is a great thing. So those are steps where I'm building the financial wealth for my next generation. It's not about money, about what I'm going to give them. It's about here. Everything that we do, it starts inside first, before anything manifests in the physical. Here, if his mind is wealthy, if he understands what to do with money when he gets it, that's the biggest problem. Some of us will get a large lump sum of money and blow it because we don't have the financial aptitude or the financial education to know how to apply the money and know what to do with it and where to move it and how to put it so that it can actually grow for us and give us some ROI. What happens is, we get that money, we don't know what to do with it, we think of some things, we make up what we heard, and we blow it, and then we're back in the same financial situation we're in, and that cycle just perpetuates until we learn something different. We have to unlearn our old habits and then learn new ones. But what we're doing with our next generation, when we're being proactive, is we're not allowing them even to get the wrong programming. What I'm learning now, I'm teaching him now. So he's gonna grow up with the correct programming, and we're gonna do things that's gonna And I know it's not just what you tell a child, it's also actions. So that's what comes into splitting the jars and counting the physical money and letting them know this is for spend and this is for that. So we're actually doing it actively. So he gets in the habit of that and it becomes a part of him. The next step that we're going to be going into, and I may do a few videos on this channel with that, just so you guys can see what I do, man. This is all about me. I believe in me. So the next step we're doing is now we're going to do a business. So what we have, my wife, we had a candy machine. We were going to start this a few years ago. He was a little younger. So we didn't really get into it, but now that he's a little bit older, and he's a lot more cognitive as far as like understanding what we're actually doing, and he can actually explain it and you know, digest it mentally. We're starting a candy machine business. It's going to be called Cody's Candies. K for Cody and K for the candy. We spell it with a K. And yeah, so that's what we're going to be doing with that. And it's going to be dope. So we already got our first location. We already have our first location, and you know, this is going to be an exciting part. We're going to teach him now, because it was important for me to teach him assets, liabilities, and things like that. So now you know what an asset and a liability is. And for all this time we've been buying candy, it's always been a liability for him because he's bought candy and he's eaten it, or we've bought candy for him and he's eaten it. So now we're going to teach him that anything in your mind, it can be an asset. You know, a lot of times we get so stuck on what assets and liabilities are. Let's just go keep it as simple as possible to the base of the definition. And as you grow, whatever it's going to be for you is what it's going to be. You know, because we're all different beings and we're all going to have a different journey. So we're going to buy the candy, measure it, weigh it out, and then we're going to make sure we're trying to get at least 2 times the profit. I'm going to tell the teacher that you want to make at least double your money. You put in this much, you want to at least double that. So we're going to start with $50. And we're gonna try to double that to at least 100. And then every month do the same and show him like, hey, you put in 50, you get back 100. When you get back your 100, you get back your 50. Now you take that 50 and you divvy it up again. And the part that's for invest, you put that back into the business. So now next time you have that 50 plus your investment money, you buy more and then you double your profits. So that's gonna be the process we're gonna be teaching him. And that is pretty much what I mean by building your tribe. You start where you're at with who you have around you. And I'm starting with my own family. You can't ask for everyone around you to be perfect. You can't ask for the world around you to get it. You can't look at the world and ask everybody else to be great if you yourself aren't great. Whatever standards you have for the people of the world, whatever annoys you in the world, whatever bothers you with the world, you have to be the one to create it. You know, you have to be the one to start it. You have to take it upon yourself to be accountable, man, and do that. Everybody has that duty. Whatever it is that's bothering you that you feel like needs to be changed, you be the change that you want to see, and you'll start to affect the change around the world. So that's what this video is about, man. Build your tribe. Kev B. And I'm gonna catch you on the next one. Peace. Hey, I'm back, man. If you like these videos, you like the information that you're getting, remember to subscribe, like, share, and comment at the end of these videos, and let's talk about it. Peace.